Today we're going to talk about gender differences in linguistics. Here it's important to ask why words matters. And for me it was an interesting question because I always said like words doesn't matter. I mean, we always just talk. But this is really important. The selection of the words in order to express our feelings, in order to talk with someone. In the case of someone who is not from our country, for example, for a foreign person, it's really important to select the words in order they don't feel uncomfortable. So, there are many differences in the way men and women tend to communicate. The male brain is about 10% larger than the female brain, and women's brains are smaller, but no, that doesn't mean that they are more efficient or something like that. It's just about something about the body, right? It says like boys just tend to use the left part of their brains when women's try to use all her whole brain. So there are many differences in words like biological constructed, socially constructed, and individually constructed. Uh, the idea that I got from here is that biological is like when we talk about a man or a woman, we use different words to in order to refer to this person, nouns and things like those. Socially constructed are those words that are created by society that represent a man or a girl. For example, in Costa Rica, we use the word "my," and we use this word to refer to a man, but sometimes we use well nowadays we use it for both sex, but this word is more for a man. And individually constructed are those words that we as a persons as a individuals create in order to communicate with other persons. And it's really funny because it's also thanks to be something for a community or for a town. Let's see. For example, in Palmares, we use the word chupa, and this word sorry has many meanings. And when you try to explain this meaning, it's really difficult because chupa means like calm down. Chupa Mike is like never. It's I don't know, something negative. It's really hard to explain. Sometimes we say like chupa Elena. It's like don't be like don't be like that bossy or something like that. It's really difficult. I cannot like explain it in an easy way because it's a word that has so many. I don't know. It depends on the context. That's the thing. Um, modern European languages has created a lot of words, new words, and there's a phrase that really catch my attention that says words are thoughts and thoughts are words, and that's really important because we always try to think what in order to like make that construction, that grammatical construction in our brains, in order to express what we want. So let's continue. Wait, wait. In here I need to do this. Okay. There are many theories about gender differences. Robin Lakoff, she said that languages is fundamentally on gender inequality because there are language used by women and language used by women. So she means that there are specific words that are used in order to refers to a woman. Um, Women speak less frequently, and they tend to just listen, and the responses are really, I mean, like minimal responses, like yeah, and they are just like that, using listening and trying to respond the least they can. Girls tend to use higher pitch range of their voices. It's something that is genetical, just for default. We when we talk, we, I don't know, our voices are like that. Out of this person, women talk a lot and just use the half of the sentences due to they speak before they thought what they will say. And that is something that is really common for girls, that we always are talking and talking. Well, in my case, I try to think before said what I want to say, but according to this man, it's like that. Women always link sentences with the word "and" because they are more emotional than grammatical, and I think that it's true because when we talk, or when we are, I don't know, telling something to a friend, or whatever person, we are really emotional. We put emotions in those words, in that story. Adjectives like pretty and nice are really common when girls are speaking. Women tend to be more fluency due to they have a specific set of vocabulary. I think that can be like true, that we have like those words that we always use, and we just use that set of words. Dan Zimmerman and Keynes, there is another theory, and it says in here both sex are mixed, and conversation tend to be more interrupted by men. From their small sample, they conclude that since men interrupt more often, they are dominant. That, I don't know, they, I mean, their conclusion is like when boys speak more, they feel that they are power, in that sense, something like that. Here, well, it was really interesting because the gender binary, based on this, I mean, like, say, like, difference between sex is like a gender distinction. I found those words. Mansplain, it's used as a verb when a man explains something to someone, typically a woman, in condensing manner. Means that when a boy try to explain something to a girl, and they say like mansplain, it's something that's common from, I mean, like the way they try to explain. Lactivist, it's a noun, a person who strongly advocates or campaigns in support of breastfeeding. This is really important nowadays because I don't know why people tend to see this in a bad way, but well, society, right? And then this is really interesting. MX, that is a noun, that is a title before a person's surname or full name, by those who wish to avoid specify their gender, or those who prefer not to identify themselves as male or female. And I think that's really important because there are people that don't feel like like okay with this, so they, I think it's a really way to be tolerant and respect the others. I really like this. I'm gonna try to put in, like, use it in my daily basis. Gender binary, hen. It's a Swedish. It's a noun. It's a neutral gender, a personal pronoun as alternative to specify a gender. And always, this is really nice. I was checking Instagram, and now when you react to someone story, it says, for example, Elena uh, likes their reaction to the story. I mean, I was like, what? this is a grammatical error, but now people use this in order not to specify a gender. So it's really, really, really nice, and it was really interesting to look information about these differences. So thank you so much.